Perhaps Porsche simply marches to a different drum. That was the question, after a rather long, rather surprising success story. Nevertheless, the story continues. Today, Porsche is still the smallest of all independent car makers, but at the same time, perhaps one of the world's strongest automotive brands. How can this be? Well, the fire department in the little German town of Bietigheim does now drive a new Cayenne, but this alone couldn't have boosted our social acceptance up to these lofty heights. And the Carrera GT has gone into series production, but 1,500 units of this high-performance sports car have hardly catapulted us all the way up to the top either. More likely, it's the figures of the recent past. Employees up, sales up sharply, profits up immensely. New plant in Leipzig operating at 100% capacity. And this despite the fact that many write about the decline and fall of business-based Germany. Nevertheless, as gratifying as this trend may be, it's not the heart of the matter. Many German companies have written an astonishing success story in recent years and decades. There are many secret winners, people who seldom stand in the limelight and have nevertheless made great strides. Nevertheless, what's the secret of us little players? All have a clear-cut business model. We make what we make best. In the case of Porsche, automobiles. More precisely, automobiles with a soul. All these companies grow organically from within, not through acquisitions. All are basically independent, not in debt, not dependent on loans. The business is nevertheless profitable. Or for this very reason. And the most important thing, the team is the star. All these companies have a highly qualified cadre. Pride in their work can be felt. Their dedication is well above par. The driving force is not money, but enthusiasm, passion. Nevertheless, engineering ingenuity is often involved. For example, in the mechanical engineering industry. Major production site, Baden-Württemberg, the high-cost region in the high production cost country, Germany. And nevertheless, it works. Porsche is a company that sets itself an extremely modest, manageable objective. We want to retain our independence. And we want no subsidies, because subsidies create dependencies. One combination we find especially unsportsmanlike. Accepting hundreds of millions of euros in subsidies with the left hand, and with the right hand passing them on into Formula One in order to make it to the winner's rostrum there. Nevertheless, our Formula One is the Carrera GT, and it earns money. For advocates of the purist doctrine, a Porsche has 2+2 seats, is tight, hard, free of electronic additives, and should be as impractical as possible. The Cayenne has 5 seats, is not tight, not hard, not free of electronic additives, has utility value and even a trailer hitch, and it sells well. Nevertheless, why? Whatever we build, it's always a Porsche. All the others have easy going. They only have to be better than all the others. But Porsche has to be better than Porsche. And how will things go on? As always, with a Boxster, a roadster for pure driving fun that is increasingly becoming a modern classic. with a 911, for more than 40 years the sports car per se, and with the Cayenne, the first sports car among the off-roaders. And the next models? What will happen when they come? We'll have still fewer friends in the automotive industry. Nevertheless, we stick to our principles and will continue to build only the cars our customers dream of. True to the motto of our company founder, Ferry Porsche.
In the beginning, I looked around and could not find quite the car I dreamed of, so I decided to build it myself.
And we'll keep it up in the future, too. Nevertheless.